All right, let's get this out of the way. So far, my main YouTube channel with 1.2 million subscribers and over 122 million views has made a grand total of $411,807. So in other words, that's an average of about $3.38 per 1,000 views. So there you go. There's your answer. But if you want to see a breakdown of how much I've made from YouTube each year, which of my videos have made the most money, and how all of this stuff helped me grow my business to do millions of dollars per year in revenue and profit in everything else that we do, then I want you to stick around because that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So first off, let me give you a quick recap of my YouTube journey. I created my channel all the way back on July 19th, 2013. And I uploaded my first video a few months later on October 2nd, 2013, which was a reel of my appearances on the news and on $1 Million Listing New York, which is a TV show that I did on Bravo for a long time. But that video is now private. Although, here I go again on my own, walking down the only celeb real estate I ever known. Ryan's Realty Bite on CelebBuzz.com. This is my song. Well, I'm sort of. Since you're here, I'll make the video unlisted and I'm gonna include a link in the description if you wanna check it out. Go back to like Baby Ryan back in the day. But from 2013 through 2017, my YouTube channel basically sat dormant. Honestly, I would occasionally upload unlisted videos that I was using for work, but that was about it. I was doing Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and I was on a TV show that aired to 25 million people a week all over the world. So in my mind, why do I have to focus on YouTube? I'm on TV. Until my team convinced me to start a vlog at the beginning of 2018. I wanted to start a vlog, and as my machine that I built continues to grow, I want to share that with people, whether it's just for my mom or for everybody else. And that is when everything changed. Not only was 2018 when I started my vlog, but it was also when we started creating property tours on our own, which have obviously become a staple of the channel. In fact, 2018 is also the year that we uploaded what has become my most viewed YouTube video ever, which is a tour of 924 Bel Air Road, which now has over 19 million views. People are still watching it every day to this day. Well, despite the video being nearly 12 minutes long, because we used 70 seconds of copyright music, monetization was restricted, and I made a whopping $0 on that one. But that brings up a good question. Which of my videos have I made the most money from? Well, first, we have the world's biggest closet video that we shot in Houston, Texas, which has made $38,594.09 from 12.1 million views, coming out to an average of $3.17 per 1,000 views. Second is the $280 million Colorado Mansion Ranch tour, which has made $33,311.62 from 6.2 million views, which comes out to $5.39 per 1,000 views. And then third, we have my How to Become a Successful Real Estate Agent in 7 Steps video, which has made $24,493 from 1.5 million views, coming out to a whopping $16.41 per 1,000 views. So, as I'm sure you're noticing, how much you make from your videos actually isn't solely predicated on the number of views that you get. I mean, I have a video on my channel that has over 2.4 million views that made me a little over $3,000. Meanwhile, my third top grossing video of all time has 900,000 fewer views, but it still made $21,000 more. And the reason for this boils down to what is called your CPM, which stands for cost per meal. And that tells you how much you will get paid per 1,000 views on your video. Also, as a quick fun fact, most people say cost per mile, but like I said, it's actually cost per meal. Meal? Yeah, you know what I mean. There are two L's in there, and mille means 1,000 in French. So now you know, mille. But what factors determine a video's CPM? Well, it's complicated, of course. But the short answer is that it depends on how much companies are willing to pay to advertise on your videos. So here are the 5 biggest factors that determine your CPM. 1, where your audience is located. 2, their age. 3, what language they speak. 4, the length of the video itself. And 5, the topic/niche of the video. So let's break down those a little bit more. The reason viewer location is important is that advertisers are willing to pay way more to get in front of audiences with lots of purchasing power, which generally means first world countries. So, to give you an example, if your audience is primarily in the United States, you will make a lot more than if your audience was primarily in the Philippines, because the average person in the United States has more purchasing power than the average person in the Philippines. I know it sounds fucked up, but it's true. When it comes to the age of your viewers, most companies want to get in front of people who are aged 18 to 34. Which means there's more competition to target that age group, which also means that advertisers will pay more for ad placements that get them in front of that audience. Now, language is important for obvious reasons. English is one of the easiest language to monetize, given that it's the business language of the world. But if you were to make videos in Swahili, for example, you won't make nearly as much from your content because fewer advertisers are looking to target people that also speak Swahili. Next, you have the length of your videos. Now, it's really, really hard to monetize a 15-second video. There's just not a whole lot of room to make anything interesting happen as an advertiser. So this is why YouTube Shorts and TikToks don't pay nearly as much as long-form content does. But on the other hand, it's really easy to monetize a 30-minute video because as your video gets longer, you have way more opportunity to display ads. Just makes more sense. And on YouTube, if you upload a video that is 8 minutes or longer, you can enable mid-roll ads, which run in the middle of your video, making you even more money. And then lastly, the final big factor that determines your CPM is the content of your video or your niche. So, to give you an example, videos about personal finance and investing tend to have some of the highest CPMs on YouTube and across the entire internet, with an average of about $12 per 1,000 views. In other words, for every 1 million views you get on a personal finance video, you're gonna make about $12,000. However, on the opposite end, if you were to make ASMR videos, you know, the ones where people whisper into their microphones and make weird noises, you know, like, "Hi, I'm Ryan," like those, CPMs are only about 29 cents per 1,000 views, or $290 for every 1 million views you get on a video. So that video might blow up. You might get 100 million views, but it's not gonna mean a whole lot. And if you think about this very practically, it makes sense, right? Companies running ads on videos about personal finance and investing are likely banks, they're likely credit cards and investing platforms. And then other companies that have a much higher lifetime value of a customer compared to the types of companies that are running ads on ASMR videos, which are, I don't know, actually. I mean, who would advertise on an ASMR video anyway? Like, I literally don't know. So you get the point. So, based on how CPMs work, how can you make the most money possible on YouTube? Again, we're not doing this for our health, right? We're doing this to make the world a better place, inform everyone around us, but this is also a great business opportunity. So in a nutshell, you'll want to make videos in English that are at least 8 minutes long about personal finance and investing, and that cater to 18 to 34-year-olds living in first world countries like the US, UK, Canada, Australia, etc. Which is basically a super long-winded way of saying you should copy Graham Stephan. But if you followed my channel, You know that I don't even do all those things, and that's because the real way that you'll make money from YouTube isn't by squeezing every single dollar possible out of AdSense, but instead building a community that gives you a platform to launch other ventures and building a personal brand that's bigger than YouTube. I mean, let's break this down. In 2018, my channel brought in 11.4 million views, and I gained over 225,000 subscribers. But I didn't make any money because I wasn't monetizing my content. In 2019, the year I turned on monetization, my channel brought in 33.9 million views, gained over 400,000 subscribers, and I made a little over $76,000 from AdSense. Then the following year, in 2020, my channel did about 39.9 million views, almost 40 million. I gained another 400,000 subscribers, and I made about $140,000. And then in 2021, I received a little over 20 million views and 160,000 subscribers in terms of growth, with earnings of about $133,000. And then finally this year, so far, my main channel has done 17 million views, brought in a little under 60,000 subscribers, and earned about $63,000. So, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I've made about $411,000 from YouTube videos after 4 years. And the truth is, I've actually lost money doing this. $411,000 may sound like a lot, but when you take into account that I have a full-time videographer, creative director, brand director, and a million other people helping me create content, after salaries are paid, taxes, everything else, I'm actually in the red. But don't feel bad for me, because like I hinted at before, having this channel has allowed me to build a community and a brand and an audience that has then given me the foundation to launch other ventures. I now have a full-blown education company, for example, which does millions of dollars per year in profit alone. And a huge portion of that has come from having built an audience through long-form content on YouTube that I otherwise would never have been able to reach. And doing the vlog is ultimately what inspired me to build out an entire content production team called Studios at my company Serhant, which is one of, if not the biggest incentives as to why clients choose to market and sell their properties with us over other brokerages. For example, we just listed one of the most expensive homes in the world, the highest residential property on planet Earth, for $250 million. And one of the main reasons that owner selected me over every other agent that they could have hired is because we built such a big community and brand and following through channels like YouTube to create the most followed real estate brand on the planet. That drives exposure to listings, so I can create videos here and then go and sell massive amounts of real estate. This year alone, we'll do over $2 billion in real estate sales that then support creating content just like this, on top of the education, on top of the books and the TV and everything else that I do. So sure, I've made $411,000 off of my 122 million views on YouTube, and that's great. But if you can take one thing away from this video, it should be that the opportunity doesn't always lie in what's easiest. It's easy, relatively speaking, to make a video, upload a video to YouTube, and then let the platform run ads on them for you so that you can make some extra money. That's fine, go for it. But if you're willing to go the extra mile and build a product or service off of the back of the brand and community that you have online, that's where the real opportunity is. So thank you for watching.